This one formula applies to pretty much every area of your business. In this video, I'm going to explain to you what the conversion rate formula is, why it matters to your business, and how you can use it to make data-driven decisions moving forward. Before we get started, I want to let you know that down in the description, you can get a copy of my Sales Funnel Mastery Quick Start Guide so you can learn how to use sales funnels to grow your profits and your business. What is the conversion rate formula? The actual formula for the conversion rate is pretty simple. It's just the number of conversions you have divided by the number of visitors you had. You can even use unique visitors to be a little more specific if you have that data, but you literally just go number of conversions, number of visitors, divide it. That's just going to give you the rate. Because this formula is kind of broad, it applies to a lot of different things in your business. It could be your number of sales per visitor. It could be the number of leads you have that turn into sales. It could be the number of leads you get from visitors. It could be the number of clicks you get from an ad. It can be any number of things, which is why it's so important to understand what it is so you can apply it to everything to make your data-driven decisions. Obviously, because conversion rate applies to so many things, it's somewhat important, but really what it boils down to is that if you are able to increase your conversion rate any amount, you are getting more output for the same amount of work. So let's say you increase your conversion rate 5% on a sales page. That means you got 5 more visitors out of every 100 for doing the exact same amount of work other than just whatever tweaks you need to do to increase that conversion rate. Which, if you really boil it down, means you're able to give yourself a raise or to grow your business and give your business a raise. So if you can really focus on that and kind of drill into it and make decisions based on that, you exponentially grow your business faster. Now, there's a lot of different variables that come into play when evaluating whether a conversion rate is good, or not. One of the things is simply, what is the conversion? If you're comparing like a conversion rate for a click-through to a conversion rate for a lead, the click-through rate's generally going to be higher. Or if you can look at the conversion rate for a lead versus a conversion rate for a sale, conversion rate for a lead is going to be higher. That's just because really there's more friction. Also, when we're looking at friction, if you're looking at the conversion rate for a lead that just asks for only an email address versus if you're asking for name, email address, phone number, physical address, you're asking for a lot more, and that's going to lower your conversion rate. That being said, you'll probably get higher quality people out of that. So you can kind of play with that, but those are different ways you can look at your conversion rate to kind of tell if it's good. Another thing that affects that is what industry you're in. So an e-commerce conversion rate for sales may be different than a SaaS conversion rate, and kind of what the price is, what's your traffic source. Another thing would be your traffic's temperature, which is really just how familiar they are with you. Is it someone who's never heard of you before? Is it someone who's done business with you multiple times? Those different things kind of play into how you kind of evaluate your conversion rate. So building off that, how do you actually use your conversion rate to make data-driven decisions? This is actually the simplest part. It sounds kind of complicated, but you shouldn't just brush it off like it's actually something that will have a demonstrable effect on your business. But it really just comes down to testing and looking at data and seeing which one did better. So that could be just looking at past data for something, or it could be A/B testing where you're running traffic and it gets split between 2 pages. An example would be if you have 2 different sales pages and they have different headlines, which headline converts better? Which one gets more sales? That one wins. All right, test a new one. But always looking to improve your conversion rates in different ways, and that applies to everything, click-through rates. So testing your ads, different headlines, different graphics, testing your squeeze pages, your sales pages, your email subject lines. Like, this applies to everything. So if you can get in the habit of actually looking at conversion rates, calculating them, and being like, oh, this one actually works better. Don't get caught up in which one you like more, or if it's an image, which one you think looks better. Like, what's the data say? What's actually making me more money? What's making the sales? If you're able to do that, then you're really making your data-driven decisions. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. Now, one last tip: when you are doing that, you always want to make your tweaks from the top down. So you want to fix your conversion rates on your ads before you try and fix your conversion rates on your landing page, before you try and fix your conversion rate on your sales page, before you do an upsell if you have one, so that everything trickles down. Like, if you get a 10% increase on conversion on your landing page, it means 10% more people see your sales page. So even if this stays the same, you're still getting more sales. And that trickles down. Does that make sense? So, quick recap. Your conversion rate is just your number of conversions divided by your total number of visitors. A high conversion rate is important because you're essentially getting more in return for the same amount of effort. And it usually means you're literally getting a raise as a business owner. Number 3, always keep track of your conversions. And when you're implementing improvements, always implement them from the top down in your process. If you're interested in learning how to increase your conversions with a sales funnel so you can get more sales and more profits, go down in the description and click the link to get your free copy of my Sales Funnel Mastery Quick Start Guide. If you found this video helpful, make sure to go down below, give me a like, subscribe to the channel so you can see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next video.